So O'Toole is Italian, huh?
Ottolini.
Ottolini?
Well, the other half of the family is Sigliano, so we figured we finally fit into it just fine. Just I had to make Mom and Dad both happy. At one point, my mom was always happy because she comes from the Sigliano side, and she always was happy that we had gondolas. But my dad, on the O'Toole side, always felt a little left out of the whole thing. So back in 1997, was it? I opened up Limerick's Irish Pub. And so then I had gondolas and an Irish pub, so both sides of the family were happy. So here's our cannolis. These have become a funny thing. I mean, the research of cannolis is tough. Being that I don't have a kitchen that I can produce a whole bunch of things, I had to find product that I could be really satisfied with. So where do cannolis really come from, or where they claim the birth of them, is really down in Sicily. And so down in Sicily, what I found is a company that I can actually bring in the actual cannoli filling from Sicily, and I can bring in the shells from Sicily, and I can actually produce what would be everything made in Sicily, just built here in Long Beach. The key with a cannoli so much is the crunch. You've got to have that crunch. It's got to flake. There's a lot of different products out there that you can get, and if you pre-make the cannoli too far in advance and it goes in the refrigerator waiting for the customer, the cannoli will soften down below because of the cream, and all of a sudden it's a beautiful thing, but you don't have the crunch. And so what I needed to do is either make them fresh almost to order. These will go in the refrigerator for a few hours, and so it's not too big of a deal to pre-make some of them. But I lost my contact with Sicily that had these ones with a chocolate lining on the inside. Well, what does that chocolate do? Certainly adds a flavor, but it also creates a barrier, and so the cream does not get to the cannoli shell, and you can make them and put them in the refrigerator and hold them for like a whole day, and they're still completely crunchy and fresh. And so that's one of the beauties. But since we can't, that supplier doesn't exist anymore, now we just make them a lot more fresh. This is a beautiful, super crunchy cannoli shell. And then we get the cream that comes in from Sicily, and we'll come in here and we'll shoot these things in. One of the keys of making a cannoli, the simplicity of it, is that looks beautiful, but you got to make sure that cream is coming out this side, because if you just fill two ends and end up with a hollow middle, man, you're really bumming people out. So here, we make sure that second one gets really shoved in there. What I like to do is do it until this side starts to move a little. And you see that come out, oh, there again, then you know you're all the way in there. And then you make this beautiful cannoli. And then what we'll do is we'll add a little bit of pistachio onto one side of the cannoli. And then we will add one of these beautiful maraschino chilies, or chilies, I always call them chilies, cherries, onto the top. Boom. And there we've got a beautiful cannoli with a taste of pistachio, a maraschino chili, or cherry on the other side, a super crunchy shell, and a beautiful Sicilian feeling. And that's what we call the Gondolier cannoli. Oh, almost forgot. Boom, 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 boom. There's the finish. Now we've got the full-blown cannoli.
You want to throw some more of that on there? Beautiful.
Just to finish her off with a little sugar. So people get confused sometimes, if they don't know much about it, and they think, is that a cannoli? What do you guys have, cannelloni? Cannoli? No, this is the cannoli. This is dessert. It can be breakfast, lunch, or dinner if you like, but boy, oh boy, when you bite into a cannoli, you're halfway to Italy. When you're on a gondola, you're almost all the way across. So between the combination of a cannoli and a gondola ride through canals with a gondolier singing opera, come on, Italy in your own backyard. You'll probably save $5,000, $10,000 by coming here rather than going all the way over there. And we take it to heart. We have the soul. We have what it takes to give you a true Venetian experience.